We need to be thinking about whole person health, not just physical health.
It's kind of scary and sad, like all at the same time.
There is no ideal solution here.
Obviously, Triad school districts are making big decisions right now about whether to send students back. Of course, you talk about the risk of students getting COVID-19, but there's also a risk to students' mental health if they don't go back to school. So I'm hoping you can shed some light on what some of those risks might be.
Well, as human beings, so whether we're an adult human being or a child human being, as human beings, we are built to have interpersonal contact. So when we don't have that interpersonal contact, things can start to shift a little bit for us in ways that might not be positive. Now, just because students may or may not be in school doesn't mean that there would always be that negative impact. But when we don't have human contact at all, that's where the negative impact can come about.
So what are some of those benefits that kids would get from being in a school building and interacting with their classmates and their teachers?
When we're children and we're interacting with other children, that's how we learn to be adults. We learn how to settle our differences. We learn how to take turns in having conversations. We learn what interrupting is. We learn how to say, no, I don't appreciate that you said that or that you did that. We learn how to do life by being children first. And so some of this is being thwarted for them in some ways that could be made up for later, but just depending on the child, depending on the age, depending on whatever the situation was before COVID-19 came, that is going to impact how much this is beneficial and how much this is detrimental.